Whoa. Well, down to 140 degrees here in Scottsdale, Arizona. Oh, man. Well, interesting meeting. I guess. I don't know. First half of it, we got to hear from all the active addicts. Why must you come in cross-eyed stoned? You don't have to smoke out before a meeting and then come in and talk shit. How about smoke up after? Or don't smoke up at all. And then again, I am the king of hypocrisy. I am a hypocrite. All the things that I've done them. If they irritate me, I've done them. I am it. So when you're a recovering meth addict and you come to meetings for recovery, and then you have all these meth addicts running their mouths. God. Chairperson doesn't say anything. It's an open meeting. No. We request that if you've been drinking or using, talk to someone after the meeting. It's a, it's a great suggestion, but that's not really how it works. It suggested you probably don't know how to live your life, and if you found yourself in recovery for whatever reason by the judge, a nudge from the judge, or you walked in on your own behalf, that's the powerful part. Well, he's in a hurry. He wants that spot. Traffic doesn't bother me today. I was never a road rager, but I would yell and scream like my father, and every once in a while I'd give somebody the bird. And eventually you get old and you grow out of that shit. That's it. 60 years old and I'm still trying to apply the knowledge into some wisdom. I pray for everyone. I pray for everybody in the rooms. I pray for, when we open the meetings. Moment of silence for all those who are sick and suffering in and out of the rooms. Oh, man. I guess it's just contrast. I just can't stand it. This one person came in and she would come in, she'd bring a big gulp into the meetings, and it was half full of alcohol, and she would drink all day long in the meetings and talk shit, and nobody would ever say anything. And that's why it went on for years, because nobody cared enough to shut it down. And what happens? Well, there's lots of alcoholics. Well, shit, she's drinking in the meetings. Well, fuck, I'm gonna drink too. Oh, and then we have meth addicts like myself. I'm not your normal meth addict. I was a tweaker, but I don't tweak around people. I found that drug to be incredibly toxic, and the people around it too. They'll steal your shit, rip your shit off. You have to, it just sucks. The life of drug addict, I know well. Being an alcoholic, I know well. God. Oh. So I'm journaling in my meeting. That I'm sober. Regardless who's using, who's drinking in the meeting. You know, I'm not drinking. I'm not on meth. I've done the pain. I've done the recovery time. It'd be 7 years without meth. The end of the year, which means my body's had 7 years to restore itself. Replace every cell in my being takes approximately 7 years. Of course, blood cells, they can be done in 30 days. I find the human body so miraculous. I did not treat this one very kindly. Oh, today I do. Might not always be pro-life, but my actions are. Still trying to figure out why I'm here. I guess that's the mystery of it all. At the moment that last heartbeat, we get 1 billion of them. 1 billion beats. That's so insane. I probably got a few extra ones, considering I was on meth for shit, 10 years. And your heart's always elevated. Wow. I just have incredible peace today. I'm so grateful for that. And I can appreciate it. Appreciate all the help too. Thank you, Larry, for the refrigerator delivered. I have a refrigerator, folks. I haven't had a refrigerator for 6 months. Haven't really wanted one or cared for one. Another day in Wonderland. Freedom. You know, until somebody takes your freedom, you really don't understand. You really don't know. You don't agree. Can be incredibly emotional experience to be arrested. However, my last arrest was the best arrest I've ever had in my life. Old Sergeant Clore, he thought he really got me. Stop on the curb! Putting those cuffs on me. Oh, that narcissist smile on his face. He was so fucking proud of himself. Oh, clever Sergeant Michael Clore. Scottsdale's most famous alcoholic pig. You're a fucking pig, bitch. Take my freedom, drink on duty. Yeah, you ain't no fucking respect. Disrespect, shame you bring to the fucking badge. I have the utmost respect for many law enforcement officers, working and retired. I have none for little drunk bitches. Can't handle can't handle the little fucking jobs, the responsibility of carrying a lethal firearm. So you drink. Smell, you motherfuckers. You're all gonna be famous. Supervisors, watch commanders, sergeants, little rookies. You know, the alcohol cops, when I'm filming, they're drunk, and so they're fucking, they think they're all cute. They wave. Not all of them are drunk, but it's usually. In the plaza, it's almost always. Because the sober cops that I've known the last 5 years, got to know, they know I ain't fucking around. They know I'm gathering evidence. And I'm not fucking happy with the fucking ones that are drinking. The sober cops stay away from the ones that are drinking. It's taken a lot of training to get them there, but they're learning. They do not want to be filmed with their sergeant. And don't worry. This is my what is it? My works. This is my data and my narration. My narration's true. I live for the truth. I sense, I can smell lies, dishonesty, deception, fake. I can't stand rehearsed fake shit. But it's sort of funny because I'm watching these drunk cops. They ain't happy. A narcissist is never happy. I'm learning a lot about narcissists. Been studying. Sergeant Clore. We got Special PD over there on the left. They hang out at the water treatment plant where they can't be snuck up on. Of course, you can't really sneak up on the trailer anyway. They got fucking radar in the back. Somebody comes out of the back of the car, alarm goes off. It'll lock the doors, roll up the windows, keep them safe. What a fucking job. You gotta wake up and put on a fucking bulletproof vest because you're afraid you could get shot or killed. And wearing that fucking vest in this fucking heat, holy shit. They don't get paid enough. And you don't get paid nearly enough. Well, some of them get paid too the fuck much. Some of them don't even deserve the fucking goddamn... They don't deserve any respect. At all. Now, alcoholism, it's a sickness, it's a disease. I need to try to remember. Spent 6 years in Al-Anon. Watching how my disease affects families and their kids. The abusive drunk that comes home and beats their fucking kids. That's a reality, folks. Alcohol is a fucking nasty ass fucking drug. Depressant. Why do we arrest drunk drivers? Because they're impaired. They're not paying attention. There's no difference between texting and driving and drinking and driving. Lack of awareness. Only takes a second. Boom. I'm guilty. I rear-ended somebody. And I was using. I've been up a couple days. Thank God nobody was hurt. Thank God I didn't get fucking... Thank God I didn't caught. Guilty of using, guilty of drinking. That'd be me. And probably 200 million other Americans. We're all medicated, drunk. Why? We have so much here. No one's happy. Never enough. Never enough drugs, never enough drink, never enough money, never enough attention, success. That's the disease. It's 7 o'clock and we're down to, let's see, down to 103 degrees. Not bad. I don't know. I'm grateful that I got sober when I did back in '99. Most of the people I came and got sober with are no longer with us. They've moved on. Needle Point, Jim, Jerry. Incredible men. Who also had a drinking problem and managed to stay sober a day at a time for decades. Old school AA. Oops, not supposed to say that. Old school alcoholic meetings. Sit down and shut up and listen. You obviously are, if you made it into the rooms, you obviously have a problem. Nobody walks in the rooms of 12-step recovery by chance. All is divine as far as I'm concerned. No human power could relieve me of my addiction or my alcoholism. You know, so you got to turn that over. You know, come to believe there's a power, that maybe there's a God, maybe there's something that connects all of us. Maybe there's something that sparked your heart into beating. Maybe there's something how a sperm and an egg can come together and create a human being. Or those birds or any other life form. Oh no, man's ego in control of it all. In control and a blackout drunk. I think that's pretty funny. Control freaks, but you're blackout. Scared to death. And then we do it again. You know what the real amazing thing is? All the people that are blackout drunks after you actually kill a family. But some do. And then they go to prison. Nothing good comes from alcohol. That I do know. It destroys families. Destroys your health, causes cancer. But boy, it brings in the tax dollars, don't it? But it really doesn't, because if you really look at the cost of alcohol to the healthcare system, to law enforcement, prisons, you're going to attribute almost all the crimes of drugs and alcohol. Because people got to do what they got to do to get what they got to get. And that's never good. Our deep thoughts today. And thoughts and prayers to all my active meth addicts in and out of the rooms. I don't suspect they will ever get clean. So I get to love them. I don't like listening to it. That's the only thing. All are welcome. Please come in, but coming in when your eyes are cross-eyed stoned like this and talking recovery. Or they've been up for probably 2 days, maybe 3 days, since they last had sleep. But they're awake because they're on meth, so they're gonna talk. You know, it's just, you know, there's a problem with me. If anytime I have a problem with something disturbs me outside myself, it's a problem with me. Well, obviously I have a problem because people are using drugs and talking shit. Which is not being honest. I am just, you know, progress is not perfection. But my God, you come into the rooms are full of liars, cheats, and thieves. And so if you come in there and you lie, talking shit, we know. We know. And we love and we tolerate. You know what? Even the meth addicts. Celebrating their sobriety. Their years without a drink. All week long. How important is this, Rich? Obviously. Somewhat important to me because it clouds the message. And when I watch somebody come in and they're struggling with, you know, with drinking, and there's all these people that are all fucking high in the meetings, laughing, they don't come back. And at the very best of conditions, very few people ever work the steps and stay. Sobriety is a lot of work. To get through a day without a drink can be a major deal. And then unless you're an alcoholic, you have no idea how big a deal that can be. And all the trips are in your head. At least mine are. Everyone drinks. A lot of people drink at the dog park. I just see myself in everyone. Grateful. Very grateful. And I got a refrigerator. I have a refrigerator to put in my house. God, I will appreciate that. I haven't had a fridge for 6 freaking months. Oh man. Crazy. I used to roll pennies, packs of cigarettes. I remember when cigarettes were $1 a pack. I remember me and my dad were going fishing at Canyon Lake, and we stopped the gas up, and cigarettes went from 25 cents to 35 cents a pack. And my dad, well, like me, I am him. Oh, he was yelling. He's damn it. 35 cents a fucking pack. He was pissed. That's a pretty big, well, that's a giant hike. It is a giant hike. It really is. I think, God, how much things have changed. Huh. Oh. Habits. Creatures of habits is what we are. And I have a lot less habits today. But I try to get to a meeting every day. And I succeed. Anyways, I'm done.